Hi, I'm Hillary Kennedy, and this is the USU Soccer Show. This month, we're focusing on giving back to the game. Many of us grew up playing USU soccer, and a few standouts are really taking time to give back. We'll take a look at a team who decided their spare time could be used to make the world a little bit better. Catch up with a former professional soccer player, now turned Olympic bobsledder, and hear from a young man in Connecticut who once played top soccer and is now volunteering his time for others. We always enjoy the emails that you send on what you want to see on the show this season and story ideas about someone making a difference in your soccer community. If there's a story or something you'd like to see, send an email to the show at ususoccer.org. All right, let's kick things off by hearing about King Soccer Academy out of Ohio. The team recently earned a spot in this summer's national championships by qualifying via the National League. While traveling for National League, the girls decided that they wanted to do something more important with their spare time than just hang out. After a short brainstorm, this is what they came up with.
We were trying to think of ways to fill our time because we have a lot of free time because we only have one game a day. A lot of the girls were thinking of ways that we could give back. We usually do a movie or something in our free time, and we were thinking about, what's something more that we could do.
We realize how lucky we are, and we want to kind of do something important with our free time.
Someone suggested that we should come to the hospital, and everyone was on board with it and thought that it was a really good idea. We're here just to visit a lot of the sick kids. This is a way for us to realize how privileged we really are, and so we wanted to bring the kids gifts and show them how much we admire them for everything that they go through.
I think part of my job was obviously to teach them into being good soccer players, first and foremost, but a big important role I think also is to ground them and make them into special individuals that go on and be successful in real life. I think events like this definitely help towards that.
The boy that we visited, we gave him a soccer ball signed by Lyndon Donovan. That was really cool. He was really happy, and he used to play soccer, so he kind of understood it, and it was just really cool.
Come to a place like this today and you really do understand how lucky you are and how healthy you are and how a lot of other people aren't that lucky.
It helps us with soccer because you go out on the field and you give it everything you have because you never know when it's going to be your last game or if you're going to be able to keep playing, so you should just leave it all on the field.
Not everyone has the kind of chances and opportunities that we have, so on the field just really take advantage of what you have out there.
We're really close and we're like sisters, and we love just being around each other, and we have fun together, and this is just another thing that brings us closer.
If you know a team doing something special in your area, let us know about it. Send us an email at theshow@ususoccer.org. We're looking for more shout-outs from teams who won their state cup and are headed to regionals, like these guys.
We're East FC, we're going back to regionals!
It's easy to get your team on the show. Just send us a video on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll take care of the rest. Speaking of the national championships, did you know almost 10,000 teams began the journey at the state cup level? It takes a team made of special stuff to take on that quest.
Nearly 10,000 teams begin the journey every year. A team is not something you do alone. A team is legs, arms, blood, sweat, and soul. Team takes everything you have. But what you take away is yours forever.
Winning a national championship is a dream for many young players. We caught up with a young man whose under-14 West Coast FC team made their dream a reality and the opportunity of a lifetime that followed.
Je m'appelle Eric Fabre et je joue pour Paris Saint-Germain. My name is Eric Fabre and I play for Paris Saint-Germain Football Club. Well, I was with West Coast FC for 5 years, and my last game we went to the national championships in Boston, and we won 2-0 against Scott Gallagher in the final. You know, the 5 years I was with them was really a great experience, and I felt like I had accomplished everything I could, and I really wanted to play in Europe. My dad's French, and so it was really the good time for us to move over. I went over there and just kind of out of the blue, I got a tryout, and I got a little lucky. They were looking for a center back at the time, and so after 2 days of tryout, they took me. Soccer in America is very physical, much more physical than it is in Europe, I think. Maybe not in England, but in France definitely. And playing at the high level for my age group in Southern California prepared me to make the jump because I was physically prepared and playing with the best players in the country in my age group with ODP and with West Coast. I was technically very sound as well, and I was able to make a pretty good jump to France because with all the good players I had at my side, I feel like it was really an easy transition. It's different because kids are much more independent, I find. Independent from a younger age because they have to get around on the metro, which is something you don't really have in the States until you're 16 and you have a car. So I found that a little different. It was really being independent as soon as I got there because you are able to be independent. I've always been a natural leader, I think, being a center back. It's my kind of job to command the rest of the team and to speak. But in France, it's really took it to a whole new level because I really had to express myself maybe louder because I couldn't really speak French as well at the beginning. So it forced me to really take on add a new dimension to my game, which was even more talking. And despite the language barrier, I think that this independence really helped me evolve my game. I hang out with my friends, I go to the movies, I've got a girlfriend. But other than that, I mean, it's not too much different because, you know, we're still kids and all we want to do is have fun while we can. And all my friends will be leaving at the end of the year because we're all gone for college. So it would have been the same thing had I been here in the States. I would just be enjoying all the time we have together up until everyone goes off. But no, there's no huge differences. I go into Paris quite a lot with my friends, and that's really great because it's fantastic living near Paris, which is just one of the most beautiful cities in the world. So I try to take advantage of that as much as possible because it's not every day you get to go to Paris. People go there for vacation, and I think it's fantastic, and I live there year-round. I'm going to Stanford because I want to get an education while playing at a very high level because I think that the college level in the States is a great way to continue soccer if you want to get an education. So for me, right now, it's the 4 years at college, and then to look farther, I think I would really like to try again in Europe, and if that doesn't work, I would absolutely love to play in the MLS. American coaches have contacts in Europe. You really need to make the effort to go to them and show that you're serious about going to Europe, because there are very few European coaches who are going to come out here and recruit you. It's a 1 in 100 chance. And so I find that if you have a coach that has contacts in Europe, make it known to them that you want to go try out and make the effort to go to Europe and just do as many tryouts as possible and show the true level you have. And you know, there's a bit of luck involved, but if you really get yourself out there and make it known that you want to play in Europe, anything can happen. And I got a little lucky, but it can happen to anyone else. Going to a European club and trying out. They're looking for players, they just need to know you're there.
It's time now for a break. When we return, we'll hear from Fox Soccer analysts Rob Stone and Eric Winalda. We'll also catch up with former soccer superstar turned Olympic bobsledder Shauna Robach and hear about the top soccer buddy of the year. All this and more when we return to the U.S. Youth Soccer Show. Hi, and welcome back to the US Youth Soccer Show. Before we left, I told you that we would check in with the Fox Soccer studio and have Rob Stone and Eric Winalda answer your questions from our Facebook page. Take it away, boys.
Hey kids, it's Rob Stone here with former U.S. men's national team star striker Eric Winalda at the Fox Soccer studio. We are ready to answer more of your questions about the game we all love.
All right, we've got one here for you. I want to see how you answer this one. Maya from Alabama wants to know, if you could make one rule change in the game, what would it be, and how does this change make sense?
I'm going to blend two together.
Okay.
The tugging of the jerseys, I cannot stand, and the tackling, the mauling in the box on set pieces, corner kicks, drives me insane. I want Big Brother to come down, so you do it, you're tossed. I'm sick of it. I can't stand watching it anymore, Eric. I feel bad for the forwards. All right, Jesus Kanda from the Democratic Republic of Congo asks, how did you feel when you scored that 28-yard free kick in that World Cup game in '94 versus Switzerland, knowing that you just helped give the U.S. team its first point in a World Cup since 1950?
Well, I'm going to be honest here. Completely surprised. Here's what happened. We weren't prepared for this. Claudio Reyna was always taking all of the free kicks, and when he got injured prior to the game, we didn't know who was going to take it. I kind of stepped up, took some abuse from some of the guys. Even one of them said to me, just keep it on goal and don't make us look silly. But when it went in the top corner, I had no celebration planned. I had no idea how that just happened, but I got to be honest, that's the first time in my life it went exactly where it was supposed to.
Who did you have to beat out to take that free kick?
Marcelo, John Harkes, and Tab.
I figured Tab was in there.
Yeah, Tab was in there. He was the one that said that. Just don't make us look silly.
It doesn't surprise any of us. Until next time, get all the latest soccer news at foxsoccer.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
And, of course, you can tune in to the next episode of U.S. Youth Soccer Show on Fox Soccer. We'll answer more of your questions.
Thanks, guys. If you have a question for former professional player Eric Winalda or Fox Soccer analyst Rob Stone, post them to our Facebook page, or you can email them to us at theshow@usyouthsoccer.org. Speaking of former professionals, US Youth Soccer recently teamed up with the United States National Guard, and we recognize former WUSA player, now turned sergeant, Shauna Robach in a different kind of team uniform.
My favorite part about the game of soccer is, I think, after you score a goal as a forward, it has to be scoring a goal and the rush you get, knowing that you put it right in that corner where you're aiming. That's probably my most favorite part. And of course, winning a game is my most favorite part as well. I was a track and soccer athlete at BYU. My coach came to practice one day and said, hey, bobsled team's having a tryout. You might want to go up and try out. It was the first time women's bobsled was going to be in the Olympics in 2002. So thought, that'd be awesome. It's crazy. Nobody really knows a lot about bobsled, and I didn't know anything about it, but I went out, tried out for the team, and made it. So I ended up going back and forth from soccer to bobsled actually as soon as I finished the soccer season, and it headed off to Europe to bobsled. And it's crazy too, because bobsled, I had to gain 20 pounds to bobsled and then lose it all when I ended up playing soccer. Soccer's all cardio and bobsled's speed and power. So I think just though the determination, it's the same. You have to be determined and you have to go out there and you have to train on your own. After the second season of the WSA, it ended up folding, but then it was time for Olympic year for bobsled. So ended up, going to Torino, making the team, and winning a silver medal. It's a huge honor to be able to represent your country as a soldier and an athlete. Being up there on that medal stand and having a medal draped around your neck is pretty amazing, and knowing that you have a whole country behind you and you're a soldier as well, it's a pretty unbelievable feeling. So my experience in soccer helped me excel in bobsled with the teamwork aspect. Even though in bobsled there's only two of us, it's still a team, and you have to learn to work together. Just like in soccer, you have to learn to work with your whole team. And it's the same within bobsled. Maybe even more so, it's important because there are only two of you. But that was a great quality that I carried over into bobsledding. After college, I chose to join the National Guard because of the World Class Athlete Program. I ended up starting bobsledding, and then there was a lot of soldiers on the team within the World Class Athlete Program, and they said, hey, you should join this program. You'll never regret it. and will help you achieve your goals, and it has, and I have never regretted it. During season, I train as a soldier to be a bobsledder and win medals, and then in the off season, I am a soldier and I help with recruiting. Within soccer, you have to be that leader just as you do as a soldier for your platoon. And as a soccer player, you have to be that person that steps up when the team's down and you're 1 goal behind with 20 minutes to go, and you see everybody's heads down and they're not motivated and they think they've already lost it. You have to be the one that steps the team up. Or fitness. Nobody loves fitness. You have to be the one that when the team moans, when the coach says on the line, you have to be the one that says, "Come on, we got this." Be that leader. And I think that transfers over into the guard in being that leader for your platoon. The way I think soccer can help prepare the younger generation for life after your athletic career is, during soccer you have to be very determined, you have to be motivated, and that's what you're going to have to be later in life. I don't think you can ever go wrong being prepared and working hard. That's going to, no matter if you're a soccer player or working in an office somewhere, that's always going to follow over and help you be successful in whatever you're doing. National Guard on 3. 1, 2, 3.
National Guard!
It takes a lot of hard work to make it to the Olympic level in any sport. Let's take a minute to spotlight one of our own with that kind of dedication.
My name is Beau Blanchard. I'm from Bellevue, Washington. Their behind the scenes work is just help me through everything. Whenever I'm hurt, they give me the ice I need or give me the food I need before the games. They're always there for me. My favorite soccer memory was last year winning the Region 4 title. I mean, we've been there every year, and we finally got the win, which is huge for us, and went to nationals. I mean, I think every time everybody hops in the ice bath, I mean, you hear it every room, you hear kids screaming, everybody on the team screaming from room to room, which is good. It's always a memory. I just think it takes that inner drive, that extra something to sort of put you past the next level. It's definitely a commitment time-wise, and you're training 3 or 4 days a week, and then you got games on the weekend. So, I mean, it's a lot of time out of your schedule, but it's all worth it in the end. Winning titles, winning tournaments, winning National League, and going to nationals and stuff like that, traveling all around the nation, it's great. I just like hanging out with friends, just taking it easy, just relaxing the feet, I think they'd say I'm outgoing. I'm sort of the guy that breaks the ice, maybe. I don't like to stay reserved. I think fulfill my goals would just to, win nationals this year and then go to college in a couple of years and be successful there and then be happy. Just be happy where I'm at. I think my best skill is probably my work rate. It's always something I can control, and I like to give 100% every time I step on the field. I don't have any. I mean, I could call some guys over, maybe they can do something, but I don't have anything for you.
If you know somebody worth spotlighting, whether they're on your team or not, we want to know about them. Send us a message on Facebook or shoot us an email. Earlier this year, we heard about a player in Connecticut that was definitely worth spotlighting. In fact, he won the 2012 USU Soccer National Top Soccer Buddy of the Year award. He's all about giving back to a program that once gave him so much.
Chris got involved with Top Soccer as a player. Chris's sisters were both playing soccer. I was coaching on Chris's sister's team, and Chris wanted to get involved playing soccer. At that time, there wasn't a top soccer program, and there was definitely a need because we had a lot of kids in West Haven that wanted to participate, but there was no program. So the league began the top soccer program. Chris was one of their first players, and it just blossomed from there.
Chris is a character. I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. Like I said, I've known him for about 9 years. He was a player, and then he kind of graduated into helping Even when he was a player, he always kind of helped people, and it was just a natural progression into the coaching, volunteer side of it. In fact, a lot of people think that he is the coach, and by rights he is, because he does whatever he needs to, and he tells us what to do also.
Soccer is where we get everybody together, and we get everybody to have the chance to score the ball in a goal, and let's have a good time. And those people with disabilities come out on Saturday morning, get their early morning exercise. It makes them feel good. They also like to have fun, passing the ball to each other, and just have a good time.
A top soccer buddy is somebody who is willing to come out onto the field and do whatever is needed. Whether it's to console a child that's very nervous and upset, it's just a way for them to interact, and it makes them feel really good in the process, and the kids enjoy it.
Chris transitioned into being the top soccer buddy. It was more or less a natural progression. He was playing as a player on the top soccer program, and as time progressed, the partners kind of came and went, and there was a void there, and Chris just naturally filled the void and became a partner, and has been helping the kids ever since.
As Chris got older, he still enjoyed playing, but he also has a natural ability to help others, and he just kind of moved into that on his own, and then we asked him if he'd like to transition from a player over into a buddy, and there was no hesitation on his part, and he's been doing a great job ever since.
It's important for Chris to be a top soccer buddy because as a player, he was out here on the field and had a good time and really enjoyed himself. And he wants to bring that same enjoyment to the kids that are involved with the program now.
Top soccer means to me, it's fun, and being in the goalie, kicking the ball to the player so they can have fun, and that I have a good time, getting to meet a lot of people.
Our national winner for this year is Chris Priska-Belewski.
Having Chris win the Top Soccer Buddy of the Year award was phenomenal. It was truly amazing. It actually brought a tear to my eye when he won the award. To see the award being given to him on that stage in Boston was tremendous. And he got a standing ovation, there was cheers, and just to see the look on his face, it just made me so proud.
Chris is here just to do what he loves to do, and that's to help everybody else enjoy the game of soccer. And I'm really proud of you.
That was perfect. Thank you, Chris.
Well, that's our show for this month. Keep the ideas rolling in, and thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/USYouthSoccer. You can download this and previous shows for free on iTunes. And if you can't wait till next month, visit our YouTube page at /USYouthSoccer for more great soccer video. I'm Hillary Kennedy, and until next time, get out and get in the game.